Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Cynnnical, and today for you guys, I've got some more Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information. Today we're going to be looking at a interesting sort of aspect of Kingdom Hearts 3 to do with the new trailer and the overall game and stuff like that. Now, as you guys know, there's been, obviously multiple different interviews that Tetsuya was pretty much involved in, and Dengeki, going back to Dengeki's, because Dengeki's is just like absolutely full of juicy information. But an interesting little sort of question that basically Dengeki asked Tetsuya is, they asked, it looks like Xehanort and Eraqus were having a conversation when they were younger. Is this an actual scene at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3? Now, first of all, I want to talk about this scene. This scene actually appeared before in the past. If you guys don't know, pretty much last year when the Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 remix sort of E3 2014 trailer came out, at the very end of the trailer, you guys will see it on screen right now, there was this brief little segment. It was around about like 20 or 30 seconds long. It wasn't long at all, and there was just sort of like, talking about the Lost Masters and everything that they mention in the new trailer between two figures. Now, obviously we speculated that it was, a young Eraqus as well as a young Xehanort, and through, receiving the E3 2015 trailer, that was obviously proven correct. So, yeah, this little segment, actually appeared last year, and, basically Tetsuya Nomura, he confirms that this little segment that appeared at the end of that 2.5 remix trailer was actually the start of the game. So, of course, what we're looking at in this new trailer is obviously an extended version of what we saw last year, but, obviously all animated and actually in-game using the engine rather than just like a few sort of portraits and stuff like that. Tetsuya Nomura replied, "That's right. From the conversation between these two, that's how the story begins. The scene's conversation is actually longer, but in the trailer we only showed excerpts. From what can be understood from these two, it also connects to an ancient story from Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key." Alright, so through that we can get some interesting information. Overall, the biggest bit of info and most exciting piece is, that scene that we saw in the trailer is actually the start of Kingdom Hearts 3. Obviously it is a tad bit longer, the conversation is longer, but they only showed a small sort of brief segment of the beginning in that trailer. So what exactly does this mean? Well, not too long ago I actually made a theory, sort of theorizing that perhaps at the start of the game, for the tutorial segment of the game, perhaps we'll be playing as like young Eraqus, accompanied by young Xehanort. Perhaps their master sent them out on some sort of a mission, or maybe we played a tutorial segment during their training while they're young, either playing as young Eraqus or young Xehanort. We do have to remember that, young Xehanort also, he wasn't evil, initially. He came to a point in time where he eventually began obsessing over Kingdom Hearts, and of course the darkness started to take over. But we have to remember that, yes, at first, young Xehanort was actually a good guy. So it sort of, leads me to believe, with getting the information, from, this scene is the start of the game, I do highly believe that for the first sort of brief part of Kingdom Hearts 3, for the tutorial segment, we'll either be playing as young Eraqus or young Xehanort, which is really, really cool. And lastly, what is really cool is, I sort of want to tie two things together. What they said in here is, their conversation is basically connected to an ancient story from Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. So we know that Unchained Key and Key are pretty much the same thing. The story that revolves around Unchained Key and Kingdom Hearts Key is obviously the Keyblade War, as well as the ongoing story of the, the Foretellers. Now, one of the most sort of important things that, I believe Xehanort mentions in their conversation is the Lost Masters. Now I've believed for the longest time that the Lost Masters are actually the Foretellers. And, if Tetsuya Nomura says that, this conversation actually connects to the ancient story from Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, then I can almost put my money on it that, the Lost Masters are the Foretellers from Kingdom Hearts, Unchained Key. And obviously the conversation seems to be talking about the Keyblade War, which is a, huge event, ongoing event, that is eventually going to be sort of unraveled in Kingdom Hearts Key as well as Unchained Key at some point in time. Otherwise, guys, I thought I'd bring this news to you guys. Yes, that scene and that conversation that we see in the new trailer is indeed the very starting of Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's some really cool information and stuff like that. I also can't wait to see that conversation, but the extended version, or the full version, because from what Tetsuya is saying, it's basically, that's just like a small segment out of, a bigger conversation. So I really cannot wait to see the full actual scene, but we're gonna have to actually wait until the whole game comes out. But otherwise, guys, I've been Cynnnical. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Please leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.